John Petrucci is for sure one of the most influential guitar players of the last 20 to 30 years, especially in the rock and metal music scene. And for sure is one of my biggest influences, especially when I was a little bit younger. So I asked strumentimusicali.net to send me 3 Sterling by Music Man John Petrucci signature model to see if I could get some John Petrucci and Dream Theater-esque kind of tones without spending thousands and thousands of euros or dollars on the USA Music Man models. So if you're curious, like me, just stick around and let's proceed with the unboxing. So the first guitar is the JP60, and it's basically the Sterling version of the JP6, the first signature guitar by Music Man with John Petrucci. And I remember when this guitar came out, I was deeply into my John Petrucci phase, and I think I was watching scenes from New York pretty much every day. So I'm really in love with the shape of this guitar. I remember this weird carved top here was really something that I dig a lot in the past, and still I do today. I think it's really, really nice. The finish is the Mystic Dream, and it's really outstanding finish. I think it's really, really gorgeous, and it fades from purple to green, and it's really, really cool indeed. The guitar features a basswood body, a maple neck, and a rosewood fingerboard. We have 2 Sterling pickups, Sterling tremolo and locking tuners as well. We have a 3-way selector switch, a volume and a tone. So nothing fancy, but really a solid guitar that is really, really pleasing to look at. The second guitar is the JP150. It's basically the Sterling version of the JP15, one of the latest John Petrucci signature model. The construction is a little bit different. We don't have any particular carving here for the forearm. We have also different wood construction. We have a Niato body, but there's also the mahogany version. It depends on the color you're choosing this particular one. For this color we have a Niato body, and I think it's a maple top, even if it's not really specified, but it's a little bit figured, as you can see. The biggest difference though, I think it's the maple, roasted maple neck with the roasted maple fingerboard as well. That gives this guitar a little bit different tonal quality. The pickups I think are the same, Sterling by Music Man pickups, as well as the hardware, even if this one is the chrome version, as well as the locking tuners. We have also a 3-way selector switch like before, but we have a push-push knob here that allows us to select a 12 dB boost. And finally, we have the Sterling Majesty. I already reviewed this guitar on a past video, but I wanted to compare this one to the other 2 guitars. This one is way different than the previous models. It features a mahogany body and mahogany neck, but the construction is set in, so it's not bolt-on like the previous ones. Although we have the same Sterling pickups, I think they are the same, and rosewood fingerboard. We have also Sterling bridge and locking tuners, a 3-way selector switch, volume knob, and the usual 12 dB boost like the JP150. So 3 guitars with different body materials and construction, but with the same pickups, same scale length, same number of frets. Will they sound the same or different? We'll find out. Let's start with the clean tones. I personally hear a lot of differences, but let me know in the comment section if you can notice them. And let's move on to the crunch sounds and let's see if the differences are still there or if the tones are more like the same. And finally, let's check out the lead tones. Finally, let's find out how this guitar behaves in a mix. I already used this track for another video, but since in this track I was inspired to create something like an old school Dream Theater-esque kind of vibe, I thought that this guitar could fit quite good. Let me know in the comment section if you agree with me. Okay, so what do I think about these three guitars? I want to say from the start that the JP60 is absolutely my favorite one. I think it's the closest one to the Music Man model, and actually if I hadn't seen the Sterling logo instead of the Music Man one, I would probably think that it could be the Music Man version, especially aesthetic wise, except for the neck wood, that maybe it's not that figured. Like if you're looking at pretty much any Music Man guitar, you can see that the maple is always really figured and bird's eye and stuff like that, so this one is way more plain. But apart from that, I think this guitar is stunning. With this Mystic Dream finish, I think it's really, really gorgeous. If I'm not mistaken, in the early days of Ernie Ball Music Man, John Petrucci signature guitars, the Mystic Dream finish was more expensive than the other ones, and actually having the same finish, I think it's the same because it's really stunning and gorgeous. I really like this finish, and having the same finish on the Sterling version, I think it's amazing, and I really like this guitar. Maybe it's also because I'm more emotionally involved with this particular model, and you know, it brings me back to my teenage years, and it's definitely my favorite one. Tone-wise, also, maybe it's a little bit darker than the other ones, but still, I think it sounds pretty much okay. Maybe the pickups are not that defined, and it's a common thing among these three instruments, but I think that for the price, they sound pretty good indeed. The JP150 was the guitar that I was more curious to try out, because actually the JP15, the Music Man version, is one of the guitars that I'm more into it nowadays. I'm always looking if I can find one, because I think it's really, really gorgeous. So I was really curious to find if this Sterling version was a nice alternative, but actually I think it's the guitar that I liked the least. Aesthetic wise, it's not like the JP15 for sure. The top is not that figured, and also the roasted maple neck doesn't look like the USA model for sure. Of course, this guitar costs 4 times less than the USA version, but still I don't really like this particular model. And also feeling wise, you know, I didn't fall in love with it. And for me, and this is just my opinion, but it didn't feel like really, really comfortable to play, even if the setup was okay, better than the JP60 actually, but the JP60 gave me more of a high-level quality instrument, and the JP150 in this particular test, I didn't really like that. One thing that I liked though was the sound, and actually maybe because of the wood type, the wood selection, it's more bright and open, especially on the clean tones, so that I like. I usually like maple neck and maple fretboard guitars, so that thing I like, but feeling wise, I didn't fall in love with it, so I wanted to be completely honest about that. Regarding the Majesty, I already spoke about this particular model, and I already said that I don't really like the finish. To me, it's a little bit plasticky in a way, and really different from the USA version, and that's pretty much the thing. While the JP60, it's really, really close to the real deal, this Majesty, you can definitely see and feel that it's not like the same of the USA model. Also in this case, we can see that the price difference is huge. While you can find some JP6 in the used market for a really nice price, it's not the same for the Majesty. So if you want a Majesty, you have to spend a lot of money. Otherwise, the Sterling version doesn't really look the same, but I have to say that it's really, really comfortable to play. And it's really lightweight as well, so for this money you could get a nice sounding guitar if you're into this kind of tones for sure, and it's really, really comfortable. The neck is kind of an highway, it's really, really fast, and it's really easy to play also higher frets. So I have to say that it's really, really nice in that matter. Sound-wise, also I think it's pretty much okay, like the other two guitars, but still, for me, the JP60 is the clear winner among these three models, and actually it's also the cheapest, so I think it's a nice thing. Once again, I want to thank strumentimusicali.net that gave me the opportunity to make this video for you guys, but let me know in the comment section which is your favorite guitar of the three. If you like this kind of video, please leave a like and consider subscribing to my YouTube channel so you won't miss out the future video that I will upload in this very channel. And that's all for today, guys. Thank you for staying with me until this very point of this video, and see you next time. Ciao!